space, a place for you to come cry, laugh, and drink all your fantasy sorrows away. Traditionally, this is the place to do that, but it's the off season. We can't leave y'all starving. So here is week two of a division breakdown. We're doing an NFC West once again. I'm accompanied with my brother from another mother, brother Fox.
Hey, what up, fellas? What up? What up? What up? Glad to be here with y'all.
Yeah. Last but certainly not least, Big E, aka the fantasy football big guy in the building. How you doing?
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, blessed and highly favored as always. Thank y'all for having me on. I kind of snuck onto the show, and I heard Seven and my other brother Fox talking about me. So I saved it for the episode. Let's get it going.
Hey, I'm calling you a slinky motherfucker. That's all it was.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Call it to my face. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Hey, that's bucket. That ain't cap. That's bucket.
Bucket.
Brother Fox, before we get into it, how can the good folks take care of us?
Hold on 1 second. My bad.
Uh-oh.
My mic came loose. My apologies.
Oh, we can still hear you.
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. You don't know what the HBO special is? It's the Help a Brother Out special. So help a brother out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly goes a long way.
As I mentioned earlier, it's the NFC West division breakdown. We're going to talk about one QB, two running backs, two receivers, and a tight end. If we got enough time, we'll cover defenses as well. But let's get into the nitty gritty. We got a division with JSN, DK, Ayuk, Debo, Puka, Cooper, Kupp, and we got Junior. Big E. Who's the wide receiver one? Who's the wide receiver two in this division?
Ooh.
All right, well, for me, my wide receiver one, I'll start with that. And people might not agree. It doesn't matter. It's all about Big E. Understand that before we even said it's all about what Big E say. Puka Nacua, for me, is the number one. If you're going with fantasy, if you want production, I'm telling you, we already know the blue tent boy on the other side of the field. Yes, he won the Triple Crown. Yes, he did 2 years ago. But that's over. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Kupp is done. He's hurt. He stays hurt. You hold your breath every time that he plays. So I think Puka Nacua, 5th round selection. Yes, a 5th round pick. They do have something to prove. Puka Nacua is for fantasy managers. I mean, he'll explode. He'll get 40 points for you sometimes, but he always will give you at least about 15 to 20, and that's what you look for when you looking for a player. For me, if I'm going to draft somebody in the 1st round, early 2nd, I need somebody that's going to give me at least some points that's going to produce for your fantasy team. So Puka is number one in my opinion. I'll let you go, Fox. What do you think?
I don't know. When it comes to Puka Nacua, they say nothing changes faster than an NFL defense. He was a 5th round draft pick coming into last year. Little to no expectations, no tape on him because he went to BYU. So It's like those first few games in the league, he was tearing it up. He was a monster. No one had any expectations. But as the season progressed and as Cooper Kupp came back, it seemed like he struggled to get his footing with Cooper Kupp on the field. It's like he didn't understand if he's the X or Y or if he's playing the Z position. That could be on coaching, but I think his role definitely changed. And I feel like coming into a season where you have Stafford's healthy, Cooper Kupp's healthy, at least coming in. I don't know. I see he's gonna have similar production. I don't see a wide receiver one.
I don't think like I said, I think he's done better. I think he done better when Cooper Kupp. I mean, he did shine, at the beginning, of course. He shined, but then when Cooper Kupp came back, I think Kupp's numbers was falling. I had Kupp on a lot of my fantasy teams, so Puka didn't fall off at the end of the year. I think he shined
it's
even
not necessarily
better.
that he fell. Well, at the beginning of the year, he came out like gangbusters.
Right, but you ain't a rookie no more at the end neither.
He had like 33 catches in the first 4 weeks of the season, which is
true.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, I felt like as the season progressed, sure he was making some numbers and sure he scored some touchdowns, but he was nowhere near the crazy, blow teams out numbers that he was given at the beginning of the season. For me, wide receiver one clearly this year is going to be Brandon Ayuk out of this division.
Ooh.
Here's the reason. As we
Ooh.
said last year, you got to follow the money, man. You got to follow the money. This is Brandon Ayuk was a first round draft pick into the first round. So you got to think he's never made really good money. He's made money, but he's still searching for that big contract. The 49ers have already put their nuts on the table. They said, hey, we're taking this kid out of Florida as a potential to replace either you or Deebo Samuel, whoever doesn't show up. So Brandon Ayuk it's put up or shut up. He's auditioning for the 31 other teams in the NFL, and they know that. So I look for Brandon Ayuk, and he developed a connection throughout the year with Purdy. And I feel like his touches and his point production has nothing to do with any other player on the field. He doesn't need McCaffrey to have a good game to go off. He doesn't need Deebo Samuel to have a good game to go off. He's an authentic route running receiver, and for me, he's clearly wide receiver one in that division.
I like both receivers. For me, it's a matter of I need more proof. I don't like to flirt with the 1 year guys. Not to say that they can't repeat what they did last year, but both of their success is predicated on injury. When Kupp is out, Puka is up. When Kittle or Deebo is out, Ayuk is up. And just for guys who have done it, 2 second team all-pro receivers, I respect their game, but I need more. I can't just draft. I can't spend a second rounder off a guy who's done it one time and flourishes when there's injuries involved. That's just me personally. With that said, I'm taking Junior. I'm taking Junior. I'm taking
you talking about a second year guy, and then you gonna take Junior? What you said. I X out all what you said, man. You taking a rookie and you talking about Junior? Man,
I'm taking Junior. Taking Junior. Kyler got to throw the ball to somebody.
Talk about it. Convince us.
Convince me.
Well, I can't convince you too much. I can't convince you too much because we're probably going to end up in the same league in Vegas the way it's looking right now. But I will say the draft capital, 2 things that we always talk about. You got to follow the money. You got to follow the draft capital. They spent a 4th rounder on this guy. He is going to
first round.
Sorry, they spent the 4th overall pick on this guy. First round, number 4 overall. He's a dog. He's probably going to be the first receiver taken last year. They're going to play from behind. They're dirt. Hey,
they dirt.
Hey, one might even call them mud.
Yes.
The game script is going to be bad. Kyler got to throw the ball to somebody. Why not him? I could easily see 90 receptions, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. I'm calling it. Book it.
I could say, like I said, with a Justin Jefferson, he doesn't have nobody else to compete with him. And I'm not going to talk him up as much as well because I'm not rolling. I guess we'll roll right into my second one. But I mean, when we see it, I still want to talk about IU.
Before we get into the second one.
Before we do, I want to talk about IU because
I ain't letting 7 off the hook for this. I ain't letting 7 off the hook for this.
Hey, I am who you thought I was. You got to let me off the hook.
Come on, bro. Come on, son.
Number 1. But look, hold on.
He does not have
we didn't talk about IU.
Hey, Ayuk's a proven commodity.
Ayuk a 3rd rounder, man. Who feels good about picking Ayuk? I don't feel good about picking Ayuk.
This man gave the same breakdown for Ladd McConkey and tried to use the exact same words, but put Marvin Harrison Jr. in it. Forget that.
Fair enough.
Yo,
hey, would you rather have McBride as the only opposition for targets, or would you rather have Kittle, Deebo, McCaffrey?
I'm with you on that. I'm not with Ayuk being the number 1. He got too many options. That's why I said with Puka, I know you might not like Puka. Somebody might not like, Puka Nacua. But at the same time, Puka doesn't have as much Kupp. He is a disaster waiting to happen. All it takes is 1 sprained ankle. He's out for the year. He's been hurt his whole career. And we know that he a blue tint boy. He's known to be a blue tint boy. Now, we can't put that on Ayuk. Ayuk plays good. You know what I'm saying? But Puka, I said, well, like you said, ADP, wide receiver 6. Now, I know it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because I said, hey, I mean, fantasy ain't one on paper. It's about how people perform. But Ayuk is too many mouths to feed. Then you got Ricky Pearsall, whatever. He's in the mix. Then he's in there. So, I mean, Marvin, I would take Marvin, obviously, I think, over Ayuk. I would.
Okay.
ADP 6, ranking 8. He's currently the number 11 overall. Next, we got at 16 overall, wide receiver 9, ranked number 10. And then at number 19, rank Ayuk. Ranked the last of these 3 that we're talking about. He's the 3rd one.
That's fine.
Because he's dirt.
Unexpected.
Hey, and Harrison is on a -3, so he was 13 at one point. So we'll see. That's what makes this thing beautiful.
Right.
I just know Brother Fox normally don't make the playoffs. So
yeah, somebody did lose a lot in a row. I mean, I ain't gonna say the number. You know what I'm saying? I screenshot it and sent it out.
I'd rather be a bridesmaid than never be the bride, but at least I'm getting an invite to the wedding. You know,
right. Oh man,
who you got as number 2, Brother Fox?
All right, let's see. Wide receiver 2 in the division. Again, I have Puka Nacua, but you know, just to be a little salacious here, let's have some fun with it. I feel like DK Metcalf, after coming off a pretty awful performance last year, I feel like DK is he's bound for a rebound. Now, maybe he might not put up wide receiver 2 numbers. You might want to look at it more of a flex player. But I feel like not only does he need to prove something, but Geno Smith needs to prove something. So, you know, like they didn't draft a quarterback this year to take over for Geno, which is a good sign. But I feel like, again, if we're going with the notion of following the money, I feel like, you know, DK was he had an off season. He had just a purely bad season. He just didn't perform like he normally does. But they did have a lot of turnover with that team. I feel like with the new head coach, they're heading in a different direction. And I do feel like DK can have a solid performance this year. This is one of those, if he wants a good second contract, which I believe when he initially signed, it was a 3-year extension. So this is year 2 of his 3-year extension. He's going to need to perform because next year he's going to try to hold out and get some more money. You know, so this year is make or break. If he wants to step up, they were apparently my Chiefs are trying to trade for him at the draft. So, you know, if he's on the trade block, it's saying how they feel about him. And, you know, if you the best way to prove somebody is to perform, right?
Hey, that's
what you got, Biggie?
I feel like with DK, it's a possibility. I had DK. I remember, better bridesmaid than a bride. I didn't have DK for my pick, but I said, but as far as the talent with DK, we know he's able. The only thing I say with, you know, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and you have Tyler Lockett. Salute.
There goes. What up,
sir? What I'm saying. You got, you know, Tyler Lockett as well with Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's the only thing that I think that's going to stop, you know, his production from being, you know, major over the top, like the DK we saw, you know, when it was just 2 of them, when it was just Tyler Lockett and him when he shined his second year. But I went with Marvin Harrison, surprisingly. I didn't want to talk on him too much, but like you said, to me, the first best player in the draft, I like him better than Caleb Williams. I just think that the draft normally starts, like we said, the draft normally starts after the quarterbacks are selected now. It's what it looks like to me. Mm-hmm. It always happens. It's 3 quarterbacks. Drake May is not better than Marvin Harrison Jr. You know what I'm saying? He's not better than him. It's just it happens like that. You know, Jay Daniels, I wouldn't say he's better than him either. He's the best football player, you know, for me. And that's over Caleb Williams too. He's the best football player. And it kind of always starts, you know, after all the quarterback runs in the last couple of years anyway. So, I mean, Marvin Harrison, like you said, he has nobody else really to throw to. I mean, you got Wilson and a couple of Deutsch or whatever his name. I don't even know how to pronounce the wide receiver's name, but they so dirt. You know what I'm saying? They so much mud on that team that he has nothing but good things to do. I mean, how could you slip on him? I'm still not drafting him you know what I'm saying, I'll be a late second, so I'm gonna lose him. I'm not gonna be able to get him because I'm not gonna pay up for a rookie wide receiver, you know. But
I
at the
feel
same
you.
time, he's gonna do his thing.
Shout out Hype Killer MMA. If you got any
Hype Killer.
questions, Hype, let us know what you're thinking. We talk to us. We'll talk back. Brother Fox, number 2.
All right, let's see here. I just already gave mine with DK.
You did.
Yours?
My number 2, I'm going with Puka. I'm going with Puka. He looked good in the playoffs when Cup was out there, and if anyone is likely to do it again, I feel like a little bit more confident with him rather than Ayuk. But in the same sense, I'm not comfortable drafting any of these guys where they're going. So let's just make that clear. If I had to rank them, I'm gonna rank them. But the rankings is bad. Rankings is bad. Fantasy pros, you need to holler at your boys. Y'all need some help. Y'all need some seasoning.
Help me.
I feel uncomfortable drafting Puka. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, I think they go by the rankings and they draft Puka in the first and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say he isn't a first round pick, but I feel uncomfortable drafting Puka unless it's a late first. You know, a late at the turn. That's just me. I just don't feel comfortable with it.
Okay.
For sure. All right, now we know who number 1 is. We know who number 1 is. Brother Fox likes to call him Rent-A-Center. Let's just go to straight
RB2. Year last year,
Let's go to RB2. We're not going to disrespect white chocolate no more.
Come on, man.
Leave the Cardinal alone. Who's number 2? Who's the RB2? Because we already know who number 1 is.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think for myself, hey, I'm staying on that Ram bandwagon for me. I think Kyron Williams. I really do. I'm a Notre Dame fan either way. You know what I'm saying? I like Kyron Williams, and I think the people we were picking them up a lot of leagues and a lot of people. That's like the one guy that they got right. You know how you have these analysts. They always saying, "Hey, pick up this guy." And they name 100 guys, so they'll say, "Remember, I said to pick him up." Man, you said everybody. You said pick up everybody. We can't have, you know what I'm saying, but one person that we can pick up. But I was always on Kyron Williams from Notre Dame, and he proved. I mean, he was worth his weight in gold last year. I mean, scoring touchdowns through the air, rushing. Only thing that can hurt is was it Corum when they drafted from Michigan, which they said he's not shining as much as Williams is just a talent, man. You can see it on the field at Notre Dame. You could just see he was a star, and I just see, you know what I'm saying, the 2 light-skinned brothers, they're gonna be tandem, and they're gonna do their thing. You know what I'm saying for the Rams backfield. So much love, shout out to them.
Before you give your RB2, Brother Fox, we got a question, and I think it's a real good question. Who is the biggest no-go round 1 that will probably go in the first round? Brother Fox. A first rounder that shouldn't be a first rounder.
Let's see. Let's pull up the tiers that you guys have.
I got mine.
I feel like Garrett Wilson, if he's in the top, Garrett Wilson, number 10. So we got CMC, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill 3, Jamar Chase 4, Justin Jefferson 5, Amon-Ra 6, Breece Hall 7, Bijan Robinson 8, AJ Brown 9, Garrett Wilson 10, Puka 11, Jonathan Taylor 12.
I got mine.
Yeah, I would say either AJ Brown, or like you said, Garrett Wilson. Neither one of them deserve to be in the first round. Puka's pushing it because again, we don't know what
he's pushing it.
We don't know what the target share is going to be. But for me, like AJ Brown coming off the season that he had last year, to have him going at 8 or 9, absolutely not. Especially with Saquon Barkley in the backfield, and Saquon can catch up the backfield. Is okay. There's going to be a lot less touches to go around, a lot less deep balls, and again, Jalen Hurts is still the jury's still out for Jalen Hurts. We know he's going to run in the red zone. He's going to steal your touchdowns. I think about it. When Jalen Hurts isn't stealing your touchdowns, Saquon Barkley is going to be stealing your touchdowns. And with Smith on the other side, like how many balls are there really to go around for AJ Brown? I just don't see it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What you got, Biggie?
And that's what I was gonna say. That's why I had mine. AJ Brown, definitely. I just traded him away. I have a dynasty. I'm in a dynasty league. I traded him away. AJ Brown, he got the bag. And I think he's gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? I honestly do.
Got rich and stop trying.
Yeah, got rich and stop trying. You know what I'm saying? I hate that though. That people, and I've been hearing this a lot. And I've been trying to trade for Hurts because I'm eating off of it. Is people saying that the jury is still out on Hurts. Man, Hurts, if he would have won the championship, which he didn't, he did lose off of a pass interference penalty. But if he won the championship, there's no question about Hurts now. But because they played bad at the end of the year, then everybody says Hurts is a question mark. Come on, man. All of them laid down. Everybody laid down. After they start losing, they start laying down. So I agree with you. I think that the next is Jonathan Taylor. I'm not going to say too many, but Jonathan Taylor, the jury is definitely still out on him. But AJ Brown, I wasn't really a fan. You know
What's wrong with Taylor?
I mean, he has ankle injuries. I don't even think he wants to be there. Plus, you got people that, the Irsay dogging him out. Would you really want to work for somebody after the bridge is burnt? It's burnt. For us men, I'm speaking for the men. I know it's the Me Too movement and all that. I love y'all women. But for us men, once we burn the bridge, it's gone. It's done. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, it's done. So the man hating on him, on social media. Come on, brother. Come on.
They breaded him out, though. They did bread him out before the start of the season.
Man, the bread don't matter. The bread don't matter. After they done dogged the man out, the bread don't matter. Y'all know if you're making a set amount of money, they pay you more. That means you should have been paying me that anyway.
Hey, he took the bread, though.
Who you would? You would take the bread too. I would take.
He could have got it somewhere else. He good enough to get it somewhere else, but he took you in Indy.
Yo, I would have took the bread with a smile, shook your hand, and I would not produce.
Facts.
Then yes, I would love it and say, "Yo,
take that raise and start looking for another job." That's what you do. Hey,
yes,
yes. I'm appreciated. Hey, thank you.
Salute to you. Thank you for the bread. I'm hurt. My ankle hurt. I'm out.
I'll take JT at 12. I'll take JT at 12.
Okay.
I hope you do.
AR-15, if Lamar can open it up for Derrick Henry, then AR-15 can open it up for JT. He's proven he's already finished his RB1 once.
Henry Derrick too. I know. I'm calling them out.
You just don't like black quarterbacks. That's all it is.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm calling them out. Yeah. I said I'm calling them out. Henry Derrick too. That dread and weighed him down long enough. That legs then gave it. That one big dread then wore him out. He's done. Whoever draft him, I hope you draft him too on the turn.
Couldn't agree with you more. I think Derrick Henry's done.
He's done. Too big.
Overpaid for him, and I felt the last 2 seasons, and I will say this when it gets to that, he was soft. He was Charmin soft.
Hey, God, I wouldn't go that. Hey, don't go there, bro.
He's the softest big man who's ever played the running back position, other than his stiff arm. Show me one play where he's trucking somebody. Show me one play where he's dragging them for the extra yards. He's soft. You hit his knees and he falls. I'll save him for later, but hey, soft. Charmin soft.
Gosh, man, I would say soft. Come on, man. Charmin soft. With the T on it. With the soft.
We're going to reel it in. We're going to reel it in.
All right.
We're going to reel it in.
We're running short on time,
RB2.
I'll keep it
classy. We're talking about running backs.
Soft.
I think consensus is McCaffrey and Kyren Williams. Those are the two I had. I feel like they're both proven commodities at this point that you could trust in picking those guys up, and picking somebody else just to be contrarian wouldn't be smart.
I agree. At the same time, Kyron's on my don't draft list.
Ooh, don't draft.
Do not draft. Do not draft. Because I'm not a fan necessarily opposed to the talent, but I think it's the system. The system can really elevate a running back. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter if it's Sony Michel. It don't matter if it's Cam Akers. It don't matter if it's Todd Gurley. Whoever the running back for the Los Angeles Rams is, he's going to eat. Same thing with the receivers. You know, Puka came out of nowhere and ate. Kupp wasn't highly touted coming. Only Steve Smith said something about him, but didn't no one believe in Kupp. Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, all 1,000-yard receivers in that Sean McVay offense. So I like Williams, but if he goes down and the backup goes off, I can't guarantee that he's going to be the starter because it's the system, not the guy, in my opinion.
Okay, well,
Ultra Instinct with your take, brother. My goodness.
well, hey, but hold on, brother, because what's his name? Cam Akers was trash. Cam Akers was doo-doo. And I mean, he was nowhere near the you know what I'm saying, way Kyron has been playing, you know, so I can't say Cam was dirty.
We got to think Cam Akers had 2 serious knee injuries. He had one coming out of college from Florida State, which is the whole reason why he fell in the first place. And then his second year, his first year, he had a decent year with the Rams. His second year, he had another knee injury, and sure, he tried to make it back, but unlike what Chef Dunna thinks of Javonte Williams, not everybody's AP. Not everybody can bounce back from a knee injury.
That's facts.
I think it's more than likely that someone will. It takes 2 years to really come back. So if Cam does have anything left in the tank, this will probably be his last chance. But
Right.
like we were saying, Kyron Williams, I am a little nervous because he is coming off a knee injury. It's not a torn ACL,
He powder blue.
but he is powder blue. And they took his doppelganger out of Michigan. So, you know,
They did.
same kind of player. So we'll see what happens. I
Yeah.
guess if you take Kyron, just make sure you got his handicap.
You better make sure you get that handcuff.
One thing, Cam Akers, did he have an elbow injury as well? Because I remember the fumbles. I don't remember the knees as much as the fumbles.
Ooh.
And I think that Kyron is better than what people are giving him credit for. I just watched him through Notre Dame. I saw him come in as a freshman, killing it. You know what I'm saying? So I just know what he is. I'll be drafting him. But I'm just saying that he had fumbleitis. Cam Akers did as well. You know, Tiki Barber syndrome.
Which quarterback gonna lead the division in points, Biggie?
Hey, I'm going with Jerry Carrollhead himself. Well, he got the braids right now. I'm going with Kyler Murray, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Kyler Murray. I'm going with Kyler Murray just because
brother, you
he got bums. You know what I'm saying? He got bums wide receivers. But I think this is the year you get those bums. You draft those bums a little bit late because you're going to have somebody to throw to him when they trying to double, you know, Marvin Harrison Jr., you know. I think that, you know, Kyler, he's going to do it with his legs. He always does it with his legs. He's a short guy, so he has to get out of the pocket. So he's always going to have some kind of running ability or have to run or rely on the run. So, I mean, having the best player out of in the NFL draft come to your team, and he showed it. You know what I'm saying? I think that Kyler Murray is going to be the top dog, top quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, he's going to shine for your team this year. I'm definitely trying to get him at the right price.
I feel like the clear quarterback one in this division is Matt Stafford. I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. When he's healthy, when he has a even mediocre offensive line, he's able to put up numbers. This man has put up 4,000 yards, I want to say, I think it's 10 years out of his 12-year career. He puts up numbers. He has 2 quality wide receivers, albeit Kupp is slightly injury prone. You know, he has 2 quality receivers, has a good running game. You know, I feel with the talent around him, there's really no excuses that other than the San Francisco 49ers, there's not a ton of talent in that division. And like you said, Arizona is going to be dirt, so they're going to be putting up numbers. You know, they're going to be giving up numbers, and I just feel, you know, with someone like Matt Stafford, he's already shown he can do it in the playoffs. Hell, he almost did it this past year, coming back from an injury-riddled season, and still almost pushed them in the playoffs. I feel like you can't. Matt Stafford's been underrated his entire career. People don't give him the respect that he deserves. He finally gets the talent around him. They win a championship. It wasn't a fluke. Like, like Matthew Stafford's been good for a long time. It's just he needs the requisite pieces around him. And I feel like slowly but surely the Rams have done that. They're starting to build back up that defensive line, build back up those safeties and cornerbacks. And with the receivers that he has, Matt Stafford's going to have a quality year.
That's not a name I expected to hear. That's not a name I expected to hear, but I respect it.
Yeah. That's a Javonte tape.
Oh, come on.
That's a Javonte tape.
I will happily add another humiliation bet. If you really think Kyler Murray is going to outperform, you think Kyler Murray is going to outperform Matt Stafford?
With all y'all, Stafford ain't going to run. And I'm going to put the running with it because I said, you put running and throwing? Oh, no. He ain't going to beat Kyler.
You got to get in the red zone to actually do some running, right?
Yeah, he got the guy to do it.
He's going to be running for his life because he ain't got no offensive line.
Okay.
So
we
talking minimum 15 games played. Who has the most points? Stafford or Kyler?
I think it's not. I think it's not. Stafford plays 15 games. The Rams are they're a top 3 seed in the NFC. If you play, they're pushing the 49ers for
We're not talking about seeds. We're talking about fantasy points.
Look, Stafford.
Absolutely.
Stafford ain't gonna play 15 games. Stafford done, man.
If Stafford plays 15 games, he's going to put up, I would say, 25 touchdowns. He'll probably throw 11, 12 interceptions, and he'll throw for over 4,000 yards.
So what's the bet?
I don't even want to do them like that. I don't even want to bet because Stafford ain't going to play them games.
You don't want to take advantage of him?
I don't want to take advantage of him. I mean, Stafford is not going to play those games. He got the chip. Next thing you know, he started getting injured. They got when he got hurt in Detroit and he ran on the sideline, then he come back in and they just talk about how tough Stafford is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hate on his injuries. I'm just saying that the brother done got paid. He's been in a few commercials. We saw after he won the championship. You saw him in the commercials like RG3 was. You know what I'm saying? Brother, he messed up. You know what I'm saying? I think he's happy with what he's got. He's not going to take those big hits and stand in there. When Kyler doesn't have to, Kyler will take off. Now, Kyler did get hurt. He did get hurt, but he's going to work back from that. And it doesn't hurt when you have a Marvin Harrison Jr. on your side. I would rather have him. I'm going to be honest. Hey, to have him young, Puka did good, but to have him young, I would take him over Cook and Puka. I mean, just that young. I'm just saying he ain't going to do it this year. That was my argument with you, Seven. He's not going to do it this year that big.
You sound like a Raider fan. You spooked, brother.
Ooh.
You spooked.
Okay, well, whatever, man. You do more push-ups that you can't do. I do mine every night. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be good on my push-ups.
Let's add another 50 on there for you.
Add another 50 on.
Drop and give me 50, all right? That's what that is.
All right, that's what I said. We'll do another 50. We're going to have to come better with these bets because I said, Stafford, I hate to do it to you, bro. I hate to do it to you.
All right, so there we have it. We got Kyler versus Stafford, most fantasy points. I'm trying to look up Stafford right now. I see Kyler is going. I just had him pulled up right here. This year he's going ADP 10. His ranking is QB 9. His overall ranking, you can get him with the 63rd overall pick. I'm going to have to scroll for Stafford. Give me a second.
You get him on your waiver. Look at your waiver. Coming to a waiver wire near you. Trust me.
Don't let him dog you like that.
Waiver wire near you.
There it is. Meet me in room 112 where the players go.
Woo! Good damn, I'm on 112. I'm telling Biggie would love it. God bless his soul.
Fantasy football is not won in the draft.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Somebody heard me out there. Thank you. Hey, Fantasy Pros, you did get one right. Thank the Lord.
All right.
At ADP 20, ECR 19.
Hey, Derek Carr going for him.
Ooh.
But you got to look. Last season, he was quarterback 15 with all them injuries he had. Quarterback 15, playing less than half the season.
Yeah, Puka killing. Puka was killing. Yeah, Cooper
not on the team.
Yeah, the triple crown.
Not on the team.
Man, you could have baby hands. Kenny Pickett, you could put Kenny Pickett in there, and he would have did.
Hey,
Kenny Pickett got 12 touchdowns for his career in 3 years.
Yeah, he would have had more. He would have had more if you put him on the Rams.
Kenny Pickett is going to be owning an Arby's in 2 years.
Right?
That's all.
Hey, this is between y'all two. Keep me out of this.
Hey, y'all Shaw's boy though, 7. We're gonna throw you in. I mean, you got the hat on.
Hey, that's the Philadelphia Eagles boy now. He's still
drafted him. Y'all drafted the first round.
He just ain't in Pittsburgh.
That was a Raiders
looking at them dusty ass trophies that the Pittsburgh Steelers got. All right.
And look, that was the Raiders. That was a Raider pick.
Yours is brand new.
Look, that was a Raider pick.
It's that
that's a nice new Chiefs hat you got there.
Right. And look, you know it's bad. You know it's bad in the first round when the Raiders pass on a guy. That's a Raiders pick. I dog my team out. Who, you know what I'm saying? Who we picked. But that's a Raiders pick to pick Kenny Pickett. All he did was that fake slide and run into for the touchdown in college. And they went off about
that. Was a really bad quarterback year. And I feel like everybody kind of reached. It reminded me of that EJ Manuel year when EJ went to the Buffalo Bills at 16. It's like you can't force a quarterback, you know. Even Geno Smith's year. Hell, I was in the camp. I was saying tank for Geno, and then when I saw he went mid-second round, I'm like, oh no, early second round to the Jets. But still, like, man, thank God I wasn't the GM.
Who gonna lead the tight ends in points before we wrap it up?
McBride.
Oh.
McBride. It's just
I'm not even gonna make a
same argument that you guys gave for Marvin Harrison Jr. Like who else he gonna throw it to? You know, it's like McBride had 84 catches last year with a multitude of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? The dudes who gonna be working at Costco, it was throwing him the ball last year, and he was still making catches. You know,
I just put my application in there. Hold on, brother. No, I'm messing. But now for real, let's be honest. I have Kittle first. No lie, I have Kittle first. But I put Trey McBride down, you know what I'm saying? And then I put Kittle's name over top. And the only reason why is Kittle has the 3 touchdown games. You know what I'm saying? He'll have a 3 touchdown game where he'll go off, and then he'll have a Debo game. And then you're going to have, you know, a Brandon Ayuk game. Just like the first game of the season when Brandon Ayuk went off for 3 touchdowns. And I was in everybody's DMs like, yo, can I get Ayuk? And then he didn't shine, you know, to the next 6 games. But either way, I think Kittle, he's long in the tooth now. I'm talking about far as he was a blue tip boy when he was young.
Hey, he ain't even healthy now.
Yeah, he got a question mark on him now. I'm trying to trade him, and I can't get no trade. I got to wait till the question mark goes off before I can even trade the man. And I mean, tight ends, it's slim pickings. I think we still feel good when we have Kittle on that, you know, on your team. But I think Trey McBride, like you said, he doesn't have anybody to throw to except for Marvin Harrison Jr. And you know his daddy got that rat-tat-tat-tat. He got to get out there and perform. If he don't, hey, daddy gonna shoot you down, no doubt about it.
What up, Joseph? Joseph said McBride started getting serious playing time in like week 8. Could be a sleeper. Brother Fox, before we wrap it up, how can the good folks take care of us?
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know what the HBO special is, it's the Help a Brother Out special. So help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly goes a long way. And I know we really didn't get to it, but we didn't talk about quarterback 2 or anything. But you know, hey, I have Brock Purdy out there and Kyler Murray. You know, it's a talented division. There's a lot of quality guys, you know, potentially that you can put in that flexes or even hold them as like a handicap or handcuff for some of these players. So, you know, make sure that you're looking at your board carefully. And like we said earlier, Fantasy Pros rankings are kind of suspect right now. So maybe you can take advantage of some of these suspect ratings and win your fantasy football league.
Except for with Matt Stafford. Right on. Go back to you. Back to you, 7.
Hey, we'll see you guys next Tuesday when we talk about the AFC South. Appreciate y'all.
Salute.
Go Chiefs.